Right, October Red Boxing in the gym. Colliers and Moston ABC over in Manchester with Adam Rasool. Adam, thanks for having us. We're going to talk about your fight that you've got coming up on the 24th of July over here in Manchester. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's in 3 weeks. 3 weeks is Saturday, so we're feeling fit, sharp, ready, trained hard, and most of the hard work's done now. It's just touching up on little things, just keeping focus on little things and going over the same things, the game plan, what I need to do. That's it. Just keeping my mind switched on.
And talking about that, let's just have a little bit of a background into yourself, how long you've been in boxing and when you turned over pro.
Okay, like originally when I started as a kid, about 10, when I was at 10, 11, and then I started at a local gym, and then I stopped for about 2-3 years. So I had my first amateur fight actually at 14, 15, then I stopped for about 2 to 3 years, came back when I was about 18, 19, and boxed, and then I got told by a good friend from this gym, which you might know, Tommy Dix, and then he invited me down here, spoke to Pat, and then the rest is history. I've been here ever since.
So how many amateur fights did you have before you turned over pro?
Roughly about 23, 24, yeah.
And your current weight category?
Right now I can make super featherweight, but I may be a featherweight in the future, I'm not sure. So we'll just see how that goes, fight by fight. So I'm not too focused on that. Like, we'll just take each fight as it comes.
Am I right, is this your debut?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Wow, so how are you feeling about that?
Feeling fit and ready, and I just can't wait to get out there. We've been training for over a year and a half, and not knowing when fights are coming on, and you're thinking you're fighting, you're thinking you're not. It's like you've got there's no end goal in sight, but we've always had that hope in the back. Like Pat's always said, stay in the gym, stay in the gym, stay in the gym. So we've had that drilled into our head. Like, we've used the time wisely. We've not. I don't think we've wasted any time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
And now it's weeks away after all of that waiting.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine the frustration of you thinking, okay, I'm turning over pro, we've got lockdown, nothing's not happening, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I applied for my license just before lockdown happened, the first original lockdown. So it was kind of straight away a kick in the face, oh, okay. But then I thought, I just changed my mindset. I was like, okay, I've got all this time to just work on things now. To get mentally ready, I'm physically ready. So it's coming very beneficial to me, especially having less amateur fights and things like that. But it's just giving me time to learn and adapt. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right, because it could have been a rush into the pro scene,
absolutely,
and you still had learning to do. Yeah. So the delay's probably done you some favours.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, because I mean, certain kids have had 40, 50 amateur fights and things like that. Although I've not had many, my style's tailored to a professional more, but it's just little things I needed to change to look that bit better and that bit more classier, settle into a real solid style. So yeah,
So talk to us about your style then, because the gym is full of some talented fighters. We know who comes out of this gym. We don't need to mention any names. So talk to us about your style. What do you bring to the ring?
My style is the only way I can describe it is an aggressive counter puncher. That's the basics of my style. Someone like a Roberto Duran or a Julio Cesar Chavez or a Barrera, Morales. It's all mixed into one. If you see all them top tier Southern American fighters, they're the ones I generally look at to base my style off. I can take things from him, the way he does this, the way he does that, the way he moves his head, the way he moves his feet. I can take little things off them, so that's my style, basically.
And that's good to hear, I like that. The Southern American, they are aggressive fighters. They go in there for the kill. Yeah. Is that what we can expect from you on the 24th?
Of course. Intelligently though, it's not where you get a lot of, with no disrespect, but you get a lot of UK fighters who are just known to be tough, and tough is, what is tough? Tough is a certain way, but then the guy who's got skill and a bit smarter and that makes him tougher, then, isn't it? So that's my mindset on that.
So part of those improvements, you'd say, is the boxing brain, to be able to slip those shots, to be able to do those counters.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the element of surprise. It's the shot that you don't see. Pat always says that to me. Like, it's the shot that you don't see. It doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be timed perfectly, and they'll run into it, and it's just good night. And that's the goal.
Do you know who your opponent is?
There's been talks. I'm not sure right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what their record is?
I think there's one or two people. I think they've had like 2-3 fights, so they don't have many fights.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just focused on what I need to do.
Yeah.
And what I need to, how I perform and how I look. It's irrelevant because everything I've been working on needs to come into play on the fight night.
So predictions. I know it's early, and like you said, it's it's your very first fight. You're a debutant. Have you made any predictions on how you see that ending?
Everyone wants a knockout, it's your you only get one debut, so I'm not going to go out there looking for a knockout, and I'm going to look to set it up and do things intelligently. The main thing is getting a win. All I'm bothered about is the win. But if you get a knockout, you get a knockout. That's just how it goes. And
how many rounds are you starting off with?
It will be a 4-rounder. Yeah, 4-rounder to start off with.
Okay.
And then we'll gradually elevate as the fights go on.
Brilliant. And when do you hope to be fighting again?
I know Pat's always got shows on, so hopefully he can get out probably another 3 or 4. I'd like to be out another 3 times this year, towards the back end of this year, get a few fights in before Christmas, which because we've been inactive for so long, so activity is key. So to performing better, looking better in the ring.
And practice makes permanent. It's one of the words that I say. It never makes perfect because we're always learning.
Of course,
but it definitely makes it permanent. So yeah, you got to get that,
definitely
get in there and keep that ring rust away. Thank you so much for your time, Adam. Before we go, would you like to shout out any of your sponsors? And if you are looking for sponsorships, let people know how they can find you, get in contact with you, have a look at your profile, and get on board with Adam Rasool.
My main sponsor, I just want to shout out to my mum's driving school, Shamim's driving school. She's helped me a lot, obviously. Just with everything. Yeah, that's the main sponsor. That's the main help I get. I'm lucky to have that help from my parents and my family who are supporting me. They just back me all the time. So I'm just thankful for that.
And if we want to find you on social media, where do we look?
On Instagram, I'll be Adam Rasool _ and on Facebook, just Adam Rasool.
Awesome. October Red Boxing in the gym. Lovely to speak to you, Adam. And I can't wait to see you fight on the 24th.
Thank you.
Really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.